So hello guys, here we are in T9 Factory showroom here in Ulm in a company called Water. My name is Karolis, and here we have a big star from Olympic Games Tokyo 2021, actually not 20. So William Shanner, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Nice to be here.
So Will, how Olympian life is going?
Oh, that's a good question. That's a question I definitely get all the time from people. And my answers are boring sometimes because, after Olympics, I came home, kind of celebrated a little bit for about a week, and then I went back to school and I went back to practicing. So it was kind of finished Tokyo, and then it was right on to the next thing. So a little boring, but all the media attention and all the interviews, that's pretty consistent. But pretty much everything else in my life kind of stayed the same.
Yeah, it's running and running and running, right? We were sitting a few days ago in a bar, and that was like a notification from Facebook that, hey, it's 1 year when we flew to Tokyo. We met there, right?
Yep.
And yeah, still these interviews are open, questions are the same. You say it's going boring, more boring.
Yeah.
But anyway, Paris is coming up, right?
Yep.
And what are the goals?
Yeah, Paris is coming up really fast. But the goal, same as a couple years ago, try to make the Olympic team, try to get there and just do the best I can. So I think the goal is definitely keep shooting, keep competing, and just hopefully I manage to keep doing well. So yeah.
Okay, so you are still studying, right?
Yes.
How that you are able to, connect that you have enough time for practice, for your studies, for your family, everything is going in that?
Mm-hmm. I think I find that you kind of just have to cut out all personal time. You study and you compete, you practice. It's pretty nonstop. So I think it's a pretty busy schedule. It gets exhausting. But luckily the school is only through about like half the year, a little bit over half a year. So I still get the other half to kind of focus more on competing and the things I want to do.
Yeah, to get a little bit more background about the main ideas, what are you studying about? What are you doing?
Yep. So I just finished my degree program in economics. Did that for 4 years, and then I decided to go back for a 5th year and study high performance coaching, which focuses on sort of the sports psychology, nutrition, and things to help athletes perform their best.
How far to go?
1 year left.
1 year. So you connect also studies and sports, so nothing is separate.
That's right, yeah.
Wow, that's very cool. Okay, so talking about the routine, what kind of schedule you have every day on the shooting range, how you combine these things?
It's fairly intense. So during the school year, when I went up to university, I get 3 to 4 hours of training in the morning, starting at 8 or 7 a.m. And then right after that, I go straight to class for the rest of the day, basically. And then 3 days a week, we also have workouts. That's about an hour and a half. And then after that, it's dinner time. Get dinner, and then go back to my apartment, study some more, then wake up and do it again. So it's fairly intensive during the school year. Yeah.
Eat, sleep, repeat, right?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
And in between that, I believe that you have a lot of shooting camps together with the nationals and team mates all the time, like sure, that psychology kind of things, right?
Yeah, and I think the great thing about the university program is I've got anywhere between 10 and 12 teammates because they kind of come and go. But on that, we're constantly competing against each other. It's an intense environment. That kind of helps because with the shorter practice times, you have that intense environment where you're more focused and you're making things count more. Then on top of that, it's college athletics in the U.S. is pretty big. So we have the resources like nutrition, workouts, trainers, sports psychologists to really kind of get us to the next level.
Yeah, that sounds like a lifestyle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And we met in Tokyo. I was also very excited because in my shooting career of 25 years, it happened first time for me. I also participated there. And talking about that mental thing after Olympics, when you reach that highest goal possible to be there, to beat everyone like you did. And after Olympics, what happened in your head? Was you able to concentrate to the next goal immediately? I know many shooters, they are going down. And how you live with this?
Yeah, I think it's very tough. I think win or lose at Olympics, I think it's always tough coming back from Olympics. It's such a high point in your life. And you sort of look back like, how can I do that again? Because the second time, you don't know if it's going to be as special or anything like that. So it's definitely tough. Looking back, that was kind of like your one big moment. But so coming back to the U.S., I immediately had to get back to school and practice, so I was very busy. I kind of kept myself distracted from thinking about Olympics. I just kind of moved on because I just wanted to get back to my routine. But I think as time went on, shooting, I couldn't sustain the high scores as long because it's going on like 6 months of highly intense training and competitions. So as I started to slow down, I think I kind of realized, like, looking back, just how important it was, what it meant for me, that it was really special that I was able to do that and bring a medal back to my family. But also living with not knowing that you did that, but you don't have to prove it. Right. So like in future World Cups, I don't have to always win because I don't have to prove myself, because I already did that in Tokyo, which I think that's a big step. It's easy to get caught up in you win Olympics, and now you feel like you're expected to win every single match you shoot. Like, you can't make a mistake now.
That concentration is also very hard to fight with.
Yeah.
Okay, but you are like a new star coming up. Nobody really knew for years that, okay, Will Shanner is on the highest top. I think that was like 2019 when you won first junior events. You are quite young. For how many years you were shooting?
12 years. So my first international match was when I was 14. So very young. I remember it was Innsbruck, Austria, the Maton Cup. Super fun match, loved it. And then ever since then, you're right, I've always been around, but I haven't been on that sort of higher level to where I'm making finals and winning. I've always just kind of been like right below it, kind of always struggling in matches. So, and then definitely in the last 2 years leading up to the Olympics, I think it was sort of a mindset change where every single match I was practicing a lot, I was working hard, and it just got to be too much. And then I finally figured out I'm going to shoot the match the way I want to. I don't need to prove to anyone. I'm just going to go out there and just be myself. And it worked well in Croatia, and I think that match really gave me the confidence to keep going in Tokyo.
Yeah. The shooter is an athlete, sportsman who needs to grow in his head, for sure. That is also many of shooters' experience, for sure. You cannot just come into the range and win a gold, all right? Okay, Olympian champion. Everyone would like to hear some kind of, tips. What was your recipe? What had you in your head with a goal? Okay, now I beat everyone. So what would be the advice?
Yeah, I think my advice would be learning from your failures and understanding your emotions when it comes to while you're in a match, and understanding how or what you're feeling is impacting what you're doing on the range. I think it's very easy to get caught up in the emotions of when you're doing well, you want to try harder, you want to do better, but then it goes worse, you get mad, frustrated, sad. So I think it's very easy to get caught up in emotions. So I think learning from your failures can really help you see that more. I think that's really helped me in the past couple of years, like looking back on all my past matches, seeing what I was doing, see what I was doing wrong, realizing that I was very emotional during those matches. and I was much more focused on the emotions of it than I was the technical aspect.
Okay.
So,
So you would separate technical things and also mental things, and then to combine it together.
yeah, and I think it's like when you're shooting, you're trying to focus on, make everything perfect, make sure you're doing everything the right way. But I mean, your mind's gonna wander off. You're gonna be thinking about the match, how big it is, how many there's people looking at you, where you're shooting good or bad, and being able to like recognize those thoughts, realize that they are just thoughts, or they don't hurt or help, bring it back into the technical mindset.
Yeah, sometimes I catch myself, and during the match, I'm fishing or hunting somewhere in the woods, and then, hey, Carlos, you need to come back. You are not finished yet.
That's right. Yeah, that's very
But
true.
that happens quite often. Your mind is not with a brake pad. So, okay, talking about the technical aspects, and everybody knows that a shooter having a good equipment, everything ready is most important, because we rely also on the rifles, ammunition, our gloves and accessories, which must work perfectly. Talking about Walther Company, what was the reason you choose Walther Company?
Yeah, I think foremost just the concept that Walther's built, the care that they've taken to design these rifles, build them, and really just the precision of it all, I think has really impressed me over the years. And the most important tool we use in the sport is the rifle. And I know that if my rifle doesn't perform well, or if it doesn't fit me well, then I can't make the best of it. If my jacket's not as stiff as it used to be, as long as I have a good position, I can still make it work. But if I can't trust my rifle, if I can't, if it's not tested well and stuff like that, then there's not much I can control over that. So that's really why I like Walther the most, because it really helps me control the controllables, so that I can spend my time focusing on stuff that I need to do, like position, mental work, and stuff like that.
Yeah, I appreciate that. We are here in the 109F factory showroom. What was your first impression when you got here?
It was very nice. I was very impressed. I love everything about this. We don't really see a lot of this in the U.S., so it's nice to come here and kind of see where it's all made, where the magic happens, I'd say. So I think it's really impressive what's going on, and I definitely look forward to seeing what it's going to grow into.
Yeah. So 109F factory concept is quite new. It's a new brand from Carl Walther Company. And as Olympian champion, what aspects would you would like to get out of it? What is most important for you?
Yeah, I think there's a few things. I think the overall idea of having to be a one-stop shop, you can get your rifle, your equipment, and anything you need, basically. I think that's a huge benefit. Instead of having to go to each company, test, see if that's what you want, and kind of go back and forth and spend a few months going over it, you can just come in and do it all at once. I think it makes it nice, quick, easy. And then on top of that, I think the customization aspect for the rifles and everything here is a huge benefit. Every shooter is different. No shooter is going to shoot the same as the one before. So having that equipment, being able to have it customized and designed to that person and fitted, I think is very important to sort of even building the shooter's personality in the sport and building kind of what they do, because it's really personalized to them.
Yeah, every shooter is different, and even the equipment, we say it's the same KK500 or G400, but you need a special grip, special cheek piece, and also you need ammunition which works with your routine, right?
Yep.
With your body. So yeah, we're really glad to have you here, and we very appreciate you have your time to find in your very, very busy schedule to come here overall.
I'm more than happy. This is best time of the year I've had, so I love it.
Oh, we really
Yeah.
appreciate that then.
Of
Thanks.
course. Thank you.
Nice to see you here.